And welcome back to XLR. Today we are here for round 4 in the Tier 1 season at Australia. This is going to look like to be a great race. Obviously last week's winner was, let me have a look. So last week it was Shakos who had won the race. So we'll have to see where he can keep up good form. He is currently doing very, very well in the standings. We've got Liam Bewilder in a close second as well. So we'll have to see what happens in this race for the drivers. So as we load in, we've got to get ready. So there is a few drivers we've got to watch out for today. Obviously Liam Bewilder, Jack Imac, Shakos. Tech support is quite fast as well. So I'll have to see what they can do during this race. Sweatback is also looking promising, so he could be a quite high up contender for this weekend. So we have loaded in, and we have to see them apply their setups and then get out. We'll have to see who will be the first driver to exit the pit and get their lap time in first, and just set up this spectator menu. I'll have a look at. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Right. So who will be the first to come out the pits? So it's going to be El Plan by the looks of it. So it's going to be El Plan, the first driver to come out the pits. Oh, sorry. Alright, that's right. There you go. In that AlphaTauri car. And there's a very El Plan thing number to use. Ooh, good slide there. He's going to go out in the softs to get a good lap time in to start off. So now we do have Pyro coming out and also Martinez. So it will be El Plan to lead. And now it's around the track. Who is in that Alfa Romeo? I think it is Martinez. Then Pyro. Then Sweatback. I have to see where. So it's been a good start for McLaren and Haas. Haas looking quite dominant this season with Giannuzzi and Shakos under the wheels. Shakos is looking very promising and he could claim his first ever World Drivers' Championship. But here we have El Plan going for his first lap. We'll have to see what he can do. Yeah, so he's going to go to the line to start off his lap. Here he goes. El Plan, he's normally quite a fast driver. He's improved a lot. Oh, it's a bit of a slide there from El Plan, but here he goes through sector 1. He's still managed to save the car and hit that curve nicely. He follows through, maybe a little bit deep there, but he's going to carry the momentum through the next 2 corners through to the end of sector 1. What is it going to be? 27.2. Oh, and AMS Martinez has hit the ball. He is out of qualifying. I don't know what's happened there, but he is out of qualifying. That is not good for Martinez at all. But here we do have El Plan going on his lap. 44.7 in the second sector. He's looking quite good here. What time you can put in and it will set. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. Can he recover it through the final few corners to gain that extra time? Hugging the inside of the curbs. He goes through. Oh, and he's going to pit. It isn't good enough for El Plan. And here we have Pyros on the lap. Pyro will now be the first one. He's taken that nicer than El Plan. So he's going to come round to the line. See what he can do, hugging the inside of the track. Takes that very nicely in its nice, colourful helmet. To the line goes Pyro. And it's just 121.1 on the mediums. It's not a bad lap from EULR Pyro. Or XLR Pyro now. We have Shekos. He's won. Oh, it's a very good lap from Power GT. Maybe that's not great from Pyro, so we'll have to see what he can do. He must have had a moment during that lap or hasn't used his deploy. But we do have Stefan, who has put his car in pole now. He's looking fast. D10 in P2 currently. So we do have BP Ace as well. Swept back through sector 1. It's going through. We do have Shakos coming out of the pits and going for his first lap. Have to see what every other driver can do. And Rocky puts his car in P3. That's a solid lap from the AlphaTauri driver. One of the step-ins for today's race. So it's a decent lap time. Unless that was, what time was he on there? And let me just, oh, he was on the softs. Not as fast as he wanted to be. Same with D10. So Stefan, it's looking very fast so far in this session. Don't know who's next to cross the line, but Luke the Blade, he must have had a moment there because it's 149.69 even. And but he has set purple through the first sector, so I have to see what he can do during the rest of this lap. Obviously on those softs, which have one lap on them, so they're not going to be the fastest tyre for now. But we do have the man to watch, Shakos, starting his lap. I have to see what he can do through sector 1. He's going to hog that inside. Very fast driver. Mr. Saturday, so he's known. Oh, Jack Imac with a very solid lap, putting him up into P1. Swept back also with a lap into the 118s. So we do have Shakos now, so we'll go on board with Shakos for the rest of this lap. So we'll get Toke and Giannucci down the straight. So it's kind of good teamwork. Oh, he's taking that very nicely. Number 3 and his yellow helmet bearing down on the racetrack. It's definitely menacing for all. So he's going to come through the final few corners. Obviously on those soft compounds, so he should be a bit faster than the other drivers. Don't know who's just got. Luke the Blade has gone P6, and Shakos does take that provisional pole position in Q1 away from Jack Imac. He's looking very promising here. Back to the pit. Liam Bewilder on his lap on the soft tyres. I think Shakos should have done enough to get himself through into the next stage of qualifying. Liam Bewilder is not as fast as he had hoped to be in that first sector. But we do have Giannucci now getting a toe and a favour back from his teammate Shakos. This is going to gain him a lot of time on those medium compounds. Oh, that has gained him a lot of time on other drivers. Oh, he's had a little bit of a slide there. Just gone slightly wide and just caught himself. That is something that the driver's going to have to watch out on during this race. Giannucci coming around the final few bends of this track. He's taking those corners very nicely, following the racing line best he can. DRS activated down the main straight, and to the line goes Giannucci. It's a 118.5. That's not a bad lap in those medium compounds. He missed out on El Plan, also setting in a 118.3. It's a decent lap from the AlphaTauri driver, but obviously on those softs, so he could do better. But decent. So Pyro down in 14th. He's obviously still in the pit, so I don't know when he's going to come out for his lap, but we do have BP Ace who's just gone wide, and that is his lap over. Jensen on his lap as well, so I have to see what he can do. We'll ride on board with Jensen on his lap. Obviously coming to XLR recently, he is really starting to get the rust off and start to perform like he once used to do. He's through sector 1, he's looking fast, it says purple, but I don't know how true that is. Obviously no toe down this straight as his teammate, where's his teammate? Sweatback is in the pits. So Jensen for the final few corners and see what lap time he can put in. Quite fast driver. And come around the final bend. It's going to be close. It might be just beating Jack Imac's time. I don't know, I'm not for sure, and he does. What a lap that is from Jensen, a 1:17.6. That is only 5 tenths off Shakos, and he's looking in for a very good shout for pole position in this race weekend. So who else do we have? We have VC Ryan. I'm not sure whether he's doing his lap yet. We have Rocky on another lap, but he's 1.9 off his previous time apparently. Tech support, not with the greatest of laps, but he's going to come to the line now with his slightly going to go put himself up into P5. It's not a bad lap on those used tyres. You have to get him back to the pits and see whether he can put in a better time, because I don't know whether that will be safe. Obviously out in Q1 last week, he needs a good performance here. Get some decent points on board. Let's go with Pyro. Pyro is on his lap. Obviously not a very good starter lap, seeing him in last place. And he has gone a lot quicker through that first sector. He's looking quite fast around this circuit. P9 last week for Pyro, so it wasn't a bad result for the McLaren driver. Have to see what he can do in this bit. He's going quite far. He is quite a fast driver here on the soft compound, and it's showing to be that way. Go through the final sector, through the final corners. See what he can do. We have Shakos retiring. He thinks his lap time is safe, which I would agree with. Pyro now down into 17th. And what time he can put in. It's looking good for Pyro. To the line goes Pyro. It's going to be a 1:17.7. That's a very solid lap. An effort from Pyro. And that puts him up into P3, just ahead and just behind Jensen. Just ahead of Jack Imac. Giannucci on another lap. I'm not sure what he's doing. I think he's just getting used to the track. We're going for another fast one, but I have to see whether he's going to improve here or he's just going to exit into the pit, into the pits. Will he improve into the final few corners? And oh, Liam, I didn't see that. Liam Bewilder goes P2 on those soft tyres. Jensen's time on those mediums are looking very, very solid. Only 1/10 off Liam Bewilder. He goes into the pit. That's him done. Probably for qualifying, unless he decides to come back out just to secure his place. I reckon he will be safe. But he might just want to make sure. But here we have D10 on those medium compound tyres. See what he can put in here. He's going to come round into the first. He's 3 tenths up on his previous lap time, so he's going to have to keep gaining time to make sure he is not going to be eliminated from Q1. Power GT, obviously not with a solid lap so far, so we'll have to see what he can do on those soft tyres when it comes to his run. Gianluigi retires in the pits. Who have we got? D10 coming around the final few corners. Looking a solid lap for D10. Until the line goes, D10 is going to put him into P9. It's not the best. He must have lost a bit of time through there, but that is probably used tyres. So there was not much more he could do. So we do have Fuzzle on the lap as well on those soft tyres, just trying to make sure he is through to the next stage. Zach's Beast is going to be coming out shortly, and we will see Fuzzle for the rest of the bits now. Fuzzle through the final few corners now, taking that line perfectly. Looking like a decent lap for Fuzzle. We'll have to see what he can do to the line. And it is a good lap from Fuzzle. P5. Just a tenth of Pyro. Pyro is looking quite fast around this track. D10 going around again. And Pyro thinks he's safe, which he is. So he's going to go into the pits and retire from the session. So we have Swap back on his lap now. His last run of qualifying. He's not looking good. He's not looking really safe so far. Zach is Beast. Is he going to get out or is he not? I can't tell. I don't know if he'll be out if he doesn't. Blade. Yeah, they're both out of the pits. So we're going to have to see what VC Ryan can do and Sweatback. And they secure themselves. Jensen retires because he thinks he's safe. VC Ryan up into P10. And all of a sudden, D10 is looking not as safe as he wishes to be. But Sweatback now 3 tenths up on his previous lap time. Oh, who's just gone up? Power GT has gone up into P4. Great lap from Power GT. So we'll have to see Sweatbacks on the verge of being out of this session. The Blade has got a lot more time in himself as well. And we do have Zach's Beast and Rocky yet to complete their laps. Their final laps. So we'll see what Sweatback can do. 3 tenths up obviously in the final. But I can't see what he's doing yet. He should be able to go a bit up. And he has. He's gone up into P7, a solid lap. And all of a sudden, D10 is looking very, very... He's looking at risk here to be out in Q1. Oh, D10 has got out on the pits again. So we have to see whether he can make himself safe. Luke the Blade is only 1 tenth up, I don't think. I have to see whether he can find some more time into this sector 3. We also have Zach's Beast on his lap. Zach's Beast struggling a bit this season, but obviously had a great finish in P8 last week, gaining 4 points for the Alfa Romeo team. With Luke the Blade now coming to the line, and what can he manage? P9, it's a good lap at the end for Luke the Blade, and he's going to see himself through into Q2 most likely. It's very close between all the drivers currently. But we do have Peter Flack coming to his line now. He is 2 tenths up on his previous lap time. Power GT retires. He is safe. Oh, and Peter Flack has abandoned his lap because he's invalidated. Can he get round again? This ain't looking good. No, he's not. He's going to be out of qualifying by the looks of it. He has messed up. And now we do have Zach's Beast. Zach's Beast is down to you to get yourself out of the bottom 5. So he's going to go to the line now. And he can manage P15, pushing D10 down into the relegation zone. 2 tenths found by D10. At the minute it's looking like enough to get him outside of the qualifying. So we do have Peter Flack. He just managed to get to the line to start his lap. Rocky on his lap as well. He's invalidated, so he is out of qualifying. BP Ace is invalidated, so he is out of qualifying. And all he can... Oh, he's round! BP is round and out of qualifying. Stefan to the line now as well. Stefan goes P3. A solid lap from the drive from the Aston Martin. Peter Flack can definitely manage something better here. But D10 is going to come into the final sector down to the line. It's looking like a very good lap from D10 to the line. It's going to be a 1:17.9 and he will be safe with that lap time. So can Peter Flack push tech support into the relegation zone? And I don't think he will. He's just had a massive shot. Does he have enough time in himself to get out? Yes, he does, and tech support is out yet again in Q1. That is such a shame for the Mercedes driver. That is really, really sad. So that will see us with the end of see what I can do for you. Is that better? Is that better, guys? Is that better? Just let me know in the chat. If not, I can turn it down a bit more. Alright. Is that better, guys? Cool. Right, audio is fixed. So now we can go for Q2. It will be the first driver to go. I think it's going to be Pyro. Is it going to be Pyro? It is going to be Pyro, the first driver to the line. This. He's going to start his lap. It's looking quite promising at the minute. I do love his helmet. His helmet is very nice, I must say. So here we go then. So Pyro to start his lap. He's got a Mercedes just right behind him. Don't know what's happened there. Pyro through sector 1. He's taken the corners very nicely. I have to see what that time he can put in to start off his Delta. I don't know whether he's unused or not. Let me just sort out this details quickly. Okay. So here we go. Pyro through sector 1. I haven't seen what he did because I was trying to sort something out, but through sector 2. So what? 44.7. He has gone faster than his previous lap time. Down to 30% on the ERS. See what he can do on the rest of this lap. Always had a little bit of a slidey moment there through coming out of the end of the sector, coming to the line now. And coming to the line, it's going to be a 117.998, right on the verge of the 118s. Stefan goes fastest with a 117.5. D10 second fastest with 117.8. It's looking good. Drivers, so we have a look at Shakos. He's looking very fast today. Luke the Blade with a 118.1. Lewin Bewilder with 117.1. That is a very, very good lap. But I have to see what Shakos can do. Sweatback with 117.7. Very nice on Sweatback. Flame Giannuzzi to the line with a 117.9. Very close between the Haas and the Pyro. Jensen looking very fast here. Shakos can only manage P2. Jensen is all of a sudden looking like a very good contender for pole position. L Plan up into P9. So it's going to be quite a close qualifying Q2. See what Pair Flat can do. Fuzzle is in final sector. Can he knock Luke the Blade out of the top 10, which I believe he probably will. He's got the pace to do so. He's looking very good today. So Fuzzle to the line. P11, it's not very fast, but I don't know whether that's on scrubs. Ooh. New tyres, might have had a moment through the lap, but Petter Flat to the line. He's looking quite fast around this track. He puts himself into P6. Not a bad lap from the driver. So I think that's everyone with their laps set. D10 is going to go again on those tyres. Going to try and get a few more laps in. Shakos is coming into the pits. Giannuzzi going again on those sets of softs. Fuzzle just trying again, but not going to get anywhere without the ERS. So we do have Power GT and Jack Almack coming out of the pits now. D10 manages purple first sector. He is improving. I have to see what he can do during his lap. Oh, it's quite fast through sector 2, and he's coming into the final sector of this lap. Let's see whether he can improve and push himself up. He's looking at P4 currently, if I look at it. So through the final few corners now. And he's going to pit. He was up. I don't know why he's pitted there, but he must have lost his time. And Giannuzzi's going to come to the line now, so he's obviously improving. Comes to the line, Giannuzzi to the line. Puts himself up into P5. A solid lap on used softs from Giannuzzi. So we have VC Ryan about to start his lap. Power GT now on his lap. And Jack Imac starting his as well. We'll have a look with Power GT. We'll have to see what he can do. Obviously quite fast in Q1. So through sector 1, it's not going to look the best so far, but he's still got time to improve throughout the rest of his lap. Pyro on his second lap. Jack Imac purple first sector. Pyro on his second lap. We'll have to see what he can do through the first sector. right on board with him through this sector. So to the line one. To the sector 19 is 1/10 up on his previous lap time. Power GT 44.9 in sector 2, so he's going to come near to the line now. Jack Imac also coming close to the line now. Power GT to the line, he's going to manage a 118.6. I think that's on scrubs. And Jack Imac pits, so it's obviously not fast enough for him. So now we have Pyro. Coming around the final few bends to the line now. See what time he can do. Has he improved by a lot? He has. He's looking quite fast. Around Australia, he goes up into P4. And he will have time to get another lap time in at the end of this session. I'll plan on his lap now, 23 thousandths down on his previous. Luke the Blade is going to start his lap now. Oh no, he didn't improve, never mind, my fault. Fuzzle on his lap, 5/10 up currently. That is to be expected if he used those scrub tyres. You know, tell me, who do you reckon is going to get pole in Q3? Yeah, probably Shakos or Jensen, I reckon. Jensen's looking quite fast currently. But Liam's in there with a shout. But we do have Fuzzle coming to the line now. Is that a bit of rain coming down? I think that's a bit of rain coming down. Ooh, okay. Spicing things up. So we do have Luke the Blade on his lap now, so he's gonna the corner out. We might have to send that to the stewards to get round the track. That is a bit naughty there from Luke the Blade. Jensen has probably done enough to get himself through. D10 on his, starting his lap now. Final one, as it is starting to rain. Jack Imac's looking like he could be out currently. He needs to get a good lap time in currently. See himself through. D10 through the first sector. Can he see himself and get himself safe? So he's 4/10 down. This is not looking good for D10. Obviously, there's no time in the track anymore. This is not looking good for the drivers. Jack Imac to start his lap. He does have the pace to get through. Giannucci retires, and that is probably just about right. As the track is starting to settle, Pyro retires. He's had a great qualifying so far. Let's see what he can do in the second bit. Sweatback retires in the pit. So Jack Imac, he is going purple through sector 2. He does have the pace to get himself through. He's a very fast driver and can use it to see himself through into Q3, but he has had a bit of a slide there. So final of the few corners. I don't know whether the track's getting a bit more wet now, and he's going to struggle through the lap. D10 is going to be out of the session by the looks of it. And Jack Imac is out. Jack Imac will be out of this qualifying session. What a surprise. And D10 should have just secured his place into the into Q3. Very lucky there. Power GT is going to try again. I don't think there's going to be any more improvements during this rest of this qualifying session. VC Ryan, he's gonna struggle to get himself off that last place in qualifying. El Plan is also out of the session by the looks of things. Jack Imac then. What a shock. It's a bit naughty from Jack Imac there, cutting a bit of the corner there. He's going to try again. I don't know whether he will. Might pit. I think it's just the end of his qualifying. Power GT's trying to improve, but I don't think he will. VC Ryan on his lap, trying to get himself out. And maybe Power GT is improving. He's going to come... Oh, that's massive there. And he's lost his front wing. What a massive slide. And he is definitely out. So that is going to be it for qualifying in Q2. Such a shame for the Williams driver. And that is going to be your final order in Q2. Looks of things, there's no way anyone else is going to improve here. I don't even know why they're trying. So I've got a few shock exits here. Jack Imac out because of his decision making of not getting out the pit. Power GT also out because of not getting out in time. Pyro very clever there to get himself out of the pit. Same with all the other drivers who did when the rain looked like it was about to start coming down. Jack Imac retires from the session as he is out. So I have to see what El Plan can do. Oh, El Plan. Oh, he's out. El Plan has binned it into a wall. Probably on purpose. No, El Plan. But El Plan is definitely out of the session now. How GT's going to just come around the track now. And that will be it. Luke the Blade is going to try again. Oh, and he's round again. Don't know what he's doing. Luke the Blade. 6. Can he get himself out? There's just no way. There's no way that he can. If he does, then that's a record or something. Yeah, he retires on track. Yeah, that is qualifying over then in Q2, and that is the final grid order. It's such a shame. So that's the final order in Q2. A surprise exit with Jack Imac. El Plan also out. D10 just sneaking his way through into Q3. VC Ryan in P15, Luke the Blade P12, and Jack Imac and Power GT in 13 and 14th. I have to see who's going to be the fastest on the wets. I don't know whether it's going to dry up at the end of this session. I will ask. Wait, Unitos, can you ask for me quickly, mate? Alright, so now we have a few drivers coming out. Oh, soft. That's a brave call from Liam Bewilder. Oh, they've gone out on softs. Oh, I don't think that's right for the drivers. Look at the track. The rain is starting to set. That's not right. Could see some drivers DNF here. They're not careful. So Pyro also on those softs. This is a shock. Puzzle also going out on the softs. We'll just see what they can do. This is probably going to be the only lap then, unless the inters will be faster. We'll have to see what times they can set in. So it's going to be Liam to come first across the line. Just to add a bit on here. Yeah, the track definitely doesn't seem suitable for the softs. So Liam Bewilder to start. So whatever happens in this, it looks like Liam's going to be in with the best shout of getting pole position, depending on his lap time. If he doesn't bin it, that is. It's definitely some grip, says Unitos. I can't tell, mate, to be honest with you. But here we have Liam to start his lap. Does he have the pace now? And does he have the strategy to get himself through? Jacob's coming out on the softs as well. I think that's just a bit too late. Liam Bewilder has timed this perfectly to get out of the pits. And he is looking in for the best shot of P1. Jensen as well. It's not looking good for the two drivers who I thought would be on pole. So Liam has made the right call here. So here we have Pyro through sector 1. Liam Bewilder through sector 2, 46.6. And Pyro does a 28.4 purple for Pyro. This is looking good for the McLaren driver. Can he get his first ever XLR pole position? He's looking quite fast currently. Fuzzle 46.9, Pyro 46.6. He's looking really fast here. Sweatback 28.3. He goes purple. And Liam Bewilder to the line. What's he going to put in? It's going to be 122.3. Next across the line is Petter Flat at 122.6. Then Fuzzle. What can he put in? It's going to be P2 for Fuzzle. Pyro is coming to the line now. Can he carry on with the great pace he's showing? To the line goes Pyro. And he goes fastest. What a great lap from Pyro. So now we have Sweatback coming to the line. What can he do now? Can Sweatback snatch that pole position away from Pyro? Does he have the pace to do so? And he does! What a great lap from Sweatback Flame! Shakos, Jensen, both on their laps. They're looking quite fast around this track. D10 also on his lap. Giannuzzi on his lap. It's not looking anything good. He's having a massive slide through there. So Shakos going to come to the line. I don't think he's going to manage anything good. The water is starting to set on the track. So D10 is out. D10 has had a moment. So the next driver to the line is going to be Jensen. 122 points flat. And it's not fast enough to contend with Sweatback's time. Shakos can only manage P3. Pyro going again. Is Pyro going to carry on to the line? No, he's not. That is it for Pyro. So we do have Stefan, the last driver, to set a lap time. It's not going to look anything promising, and I think he will stay P9. So it looks like Sweatback could get pole position unless there is time left in the tank on intermediates. Sweatback's looking in a great position. It's looking like a 1-2 for Alpine currently. What a qualifying so far. So that might be it. So Pyro is going to Is he going to try? Don't know whether he will. Is it worth trying on the inters? That is the question. Or he's going back out on the softs. That's a bit of a strange strategy. Don't think he's going to find any time, but it's worth a go, I guess. Same with Liam. Ooh. They're both back out onto the softs. It just doesn't seem the right tyre anymore. Liam Bewilder's going to start his lap. I just don't think there's the grip out there anymore for these softs. I think this is a very, very strange call from the drivers down at McLaren. See what Liam can manage through sector 1. Pyro going to start his now, or is he just going to piss? No, he's not. He's going to go for it. Very brave. And Stefan's coming out now as well. What tyre is he going on? He's going on the softs as well. What is going on here? And Liam is 7/10 down. He's just not got the time in the tyres anymore. There is no way they can improve. It's going to be a first pole position for Sweatback by the looks of it. Oh, Giannuzzi's going to go out on the inters. We'll have to see what he can do here. See whether he exits onto the inter tyre. See whether there is any time in the car. So Liam is going to pit. There is no more time on those soft tyre compounds. Pyro also 4 seconds down. There's no juice left in those tyres. I think this will do it for qualifying then. I don't think there's going to be any more improvements. Oh, Fuzzle's spamming. So that looks like it's going to be qualifying over. And Sweatback to grab his first ever pole position. Great lap time from Sweatback there. So Giannuzzi is going to have a try on those inter tyres just to see whether he can find pace in them. So in the Haas, one of the McLarens has come out. I think that is Pyro. That is Pyro. Jacos coming out on the softs. Giannucci going to start his lap on those inters. I just don't think they're going to find anything on them. So here we go. Giannucci. I think this is a waste of time, but if they can find time, then it's worth it at the end of the day. Sweat back going on his soft tyre. Pyro just making it to the line to start his lap. Giannucci 7 tenths down. There's no time in the tyres. Going across the grass, the gravel. And that is going to be it for the end. And I have just got word that a sweat back did block D10. And that could be a penalty there. Let's just have a quick look. So I'm just going to have a quick look at the D10 incident with Sweatback Flame. If it loads, that is. He's not going to find any time, and into the pits he goes. Shakos on his lap, 14 seconds down. That is it for qualifying. Let's have a look at D10's incident here. Oh, that's bad. On Sweatback, that's going to be a pen there. That's probably going to be a quali ban for Sweatback Flame. But that is it of qualifying. Anyway, so congratulations to Sweatback Flame on his first ever XLR pole position. And let's see what he can do during the race. That will be definitely a quali ban. That will not be a penalty in the race. That will apply for next race most likely. But that is up to the stewards at the end of the day. That is not our decision. But that was a great qualifying there. Very interesting. And we've got to go ready for the race now. So have a look when we start, and then I'll probably go get a drink. Right, start at 20:28, so I'm going to go get a quick drink and I'll be back shortly. I am back and I am ready for the race. Hope you all are as well. So have a look at the race start to see what tyre commands the drivers are going on. So Luke the Blade gonna start on the softs currently, and Stefan on the hards. Every other driver except from Zach, Rocky, tech support, Luke the Blade, and Stefan is going to be on the mediums. Oh, Jensen has made a switch to the soft tyre. Okay, it's going to be interesting off the start. It might be a collision into turn 1. Never know. So, I have to see what happens during this race. So, away we go now. Yeah, so here we go for the formation lap. Gonna get the spectator menu already. Do interval, we'll do positions. What one do we have today? Stops, tyre, penalties. We'll have position change. We'll have lap data on, and then that's perfect. So it's going to be swept back for the first time ever to lead the drivers round on the formation lap. Don't know who's going to come out here, but through every other driver, and we have AMS Martinez starting last. BP 19th, Rocky, then Zach's Beast, Tech Support, VC Ryan, Power GT, Jack iMac, Luke the Blade, L Plan, D10, Stefan, Petaflat, Giannuzzi, Fuzzle, Liam Bewilder, and Pyro from his highest starting position this season. Shakos, Jensen, and Sweatback Flame rounds off the starting grid. We have to see what happened into turn 1. It's quite a tight turn 1. There might be a few collisions in there. It's going to be a close race. Come on, guys. Get predictions. Who's going to lead after turn 1? Let's go back to line up on the grid in that pole position slot. Jensen is in for a very good chance of a win here. He is looking very dominant, and Shakos as well is looking fast. See what happens. Oh, it's a bold prediction from Unitor. Thinks Alpine's crash and Shakos takes the lead. Oh. So we'll have to see what happens. He's going to line up on the start. BP has got Ali in his position at the start of the grid. So the drivers are all lined up and ready to go. So it's going to be 1. Here goes the red lights. 5 red lights, and away we go here at the Australian Grand Prix. Here we have Sweatback. I can't get a good camera angle. Sweatback is going to lead into turn 1. Is there going to be any crazy collisions? Sweatback leads into turn 1. Pyro P4. Shakos stays there. Jack iMac making up a pace. Power GT making up a pace. D10 round Stefan. I have to see what happens through here. It's going to be very tight here. Through some of the circuits. D10 up into P8. Great start from D10. Giannuzzi staying into that P7. Giannuzzi on the back of Fuzzle. Can he send one down the inside? What's happened? And it is going to be Tech Support who's spun around. Oh, it's been close down here. Oh, so close. El Plan is also round. Oh, that's tough there. So Sweatback continues to lead this race. after a very great start from him. Shakos in P3. It's a 1-2 at the minute for the Alpine drivers. Here goes Jensen down the inside. Can he take the move? Yes, he does. Jensen takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix. A great move from Jensen. And he is going to try and pull away now. Will there be a Alpine strategy here to get the maximum points out of this weekend? Shakos follows in P3. Pyro P4 on the back of Shakos. Can he get himself up into the podium positions? Jensen looking very fast. Stefan just round Petter Flat. Oh, and who's that in the background? Zach is Beast is round. Oh, that is such a shame for Zach is Beast. But we'll have to go back to the front of the queue. Jensen pulling away from Sweatback now. Sweatback is just in front of Shakos. Not the greatest start from the driver. Liam Bewilder following his teammate. Pyro behind in P5. Fuzzle and Giannuzzi looking to have a juicy scrap here. Who will get past? It's going to be close through that corners. D10 is looking very fast so far this race. Jack Imac making up positions at the start. Shakos is through on Sweatback Flame. Now it's Pyro going to be adding the pressure to Sweatback. Can he get himself up into that podium position? Pyro's looking very fast in this track. Shakos is now going to try and chase Jensen down and take that P1 away from him. Jensen is still pulling away slightly, but he is losing time slowly. Jensen still pulling away. Shakos with the fastest lap of the race. He's looking very fast. Sweatback just following behind. P4 is Pyro. DRS is enabled. So Shakos is going to be in for a chance to get around here. I will show the tyres for you, mate. There you go. So I have to see what happens in this rest of this race. I do want to have a look at position change in a minute. But yeah, that is the tyres for you. I'm going back to position change. So it's a very good start from VC Ryan, up for 5 spaces. BP Ace having a very solid start as well. Martinez finding himself up into 16th at the start. D10 making 2 places up. Jack Imac also making 2 places up. And Jensen and Shakos getting into that 1-2 here. Pyro is just trailing behind. Trailing, and it's going to be a massive chain forming all aboard the Jensen train. Jensen is going to keep it. Yes, he is. It's not going to be fast enough. That's long enough that straight for Shakos to get round, but he could have a good go here if he can find the time. No, it's not going to be close enough. And Petter Flat has DNF'd. What's happened down there? And he's hit into a wall. Is that going to be a 5-second? And Jack Imac has picked up a 5-second penalty, and it's going to be the first safety car of the day. What an eventful start. Jack Imac, 5 seconds. That is not good. Jensen, will he box? Pulls away from Shakos now. Sweatback going to keep that P3. Pyro P4. Liam in P5. L Plan really struggling so far. So this is going to be massive for the driver. So we're going to have another safety car restart. What a start in this race. I'm just going to find out what happened with Petter Flat. So Jensen just not pit. The only driver, Giannuzzi, has made his ball into the pit, just finding out what happened to Petter Flat. Great start for the Williams team. Both of them P10 and P11. Great start for BP Ace. So it sounds like Petter Flat had lost the back and tried to avoid Jack, but I think he was tapped a bit, and then there was the wall. But Jack couldn't do anything about it, so that is really unfortunate for Jack and Petter Flat. Jack Carmack yet again having to work himself up through the grid because of that incident. Yes, you've had a very, very good start. Then you have indeed. Don't bin it, mate. You've got this. You're on for points here. There's probably going to be one more lap under safety car conditions. I get what you're saying, but they're not going to give up position and then have to climb back through. It's not. I don't think it's worth it personally. Everybody in the final lap of this, and Alpine catches up to the pack. Should be underway. Very good start from Jensen. He's looking on for a great race here. Safety car will be in this lap then, so I have to get underway, and it's going to be Jensen leading the pack. So we'll go on board with Jensen. He does need to keep it above 60 kilometers per hour. If he does go below, then that will be an automatic penalty added onto his race time. So he needs to be careful to not back up the chain too much. Oh, and here he goes. Jensen has gone. And he's got a very good getaway. Oh, he's had a massive slide there. Oh, and Shackles is going to be on the back of him at the start. Now, because of that slide. So here we go at the safety car restart. Sweatback going to be on the back of Shackles. Can Sweatback get back at Shackles and take that P2 back? Jack Imac making himself up into P16. Giannuzzi up into P12. Good start from the driver. Good safety car restart even. Luke the Blade up into P13, getting past AMS Martinez. Pyro still on the back, but Sweatback is chasing Shackles and Jensen. Can Shackles get past Jensen here? It's going to be very close. He's on the back of Jensen. Shackles, oh, he's on the grass. He's been forced onto the grass. Oh, that's very close there. And that's going to lose him a bit of time to Sweatback Flame. Can Sweatback Flame have an attack now on to the Alpine driver? Let's see what he can do. He was having to think of it, but it was not close enough, so he could not make the move just yet. Zach is beast past Rocky yet again, and it's another safety car. I don't know what's happened here, and it's Rocky. Rocky has gone off the track, and it's going to cause another safety car. Same with Martinez. Must have been a bit of an incident back there. I couldn't really tell because I was not looking there, but I feel like it's time for the drivers to pit and take some positions. Jensen gonna be back in the restart. Rocky pitting because of his incident. Another safety car then. See what this brings. So we're going to get confirmation from Rocky to see what's happened. So BP Ace has picked up a penalty. That's not good for his race now. Have a look at the penalty. It's a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Actually, we'll have a look at who's got track limits so far. So Zach's Beast has got a warning. So it's Tech, Fuzzle, Power GT with one as well. Corner cutting for Rocky warning. Power GT with a warning. Liam Bewilder with a warning. El Plan, Stefan. Quite a few warnings. El Plan picking up a few warnings here. Zach's Beast collision with Rocky. BP Ace also with 3 warnings on 2 laps. It's not great. So that is it for the warnings. So Jensen did decide to pit, and Shakos did stay out. That's a bold move from Shakos and Sweatback. I think pitting was the right idea, but see what can happen and whether staying out was right. Oh, balls in. Mistakes happen, mate. It's fine. Shakos is going to lead the safety car restart. This time round. So Sweatback and the safety car is going to be in this lap. Here we go. It's a matter of time now. When will Shakos go? Shakos at 60 miles an hour. He is doing all the right things. So far, D10 with the Kimi Räikkönen there. So when is Shakos going to make the break? And here we go. Shakos has gone now. It wasn't the best of starts. And Sweatback is going to be on the back of Shakos. So here we go for the safety car restart. It's actually gone quite well for Shakos to pull away from Sweatback. Pyro's going to be in the back of Sweatback Flame now. What can he do? Jensen down in 17th. Would have lost a bit of time. He's going to have to work himself up the field yet again. This could prove good for the drivers in front. Giannuzzi past Power GT now. So we do have Pyro beaming down Sweatback, breathing down Sweatback's neck. Can he get past? On the straight. Is he going to have enough room to do it? No, he's not. He's not close enough yet to be able to make that move. Going to be close between D10. D10 does get past Fuzzle there. And Pyro is through on Sweatback Flame. What a move that is. Well done to Pyro. Pyro up into P2 and now it's going to have to try and chase Shakos down. All caution. Who is round? Jack Imac by the looks of it. What's happened here? Jack Imac and BP Ace has had a collision. That is not good for Jack Imac's race, and BP Ace has left the session. Oh dear. That is such a big shame for the two drivers. So Jack Imac with more of a job to do now. Pyro and Sweatback having a good old battle here. We'll ride on board with this for a few laps to see what develops. El Plan getting himself past Power GT as well. But we'll keep on board with Pyro to see whether he can keep Sweatback behind and pull away. Oh, who's round? It's Power GT. It's out of the session. It's going to be another safety car. What is going on? Oh dear. I don't know what's happened there, but it must have been bad. Power GT is out. What an eventful race this is turning out to be. Really tight. Yeah. And I think it will be time to pit for the cars. This is going to be great. This is probably a great strategy for Jensen now, who will probably take back that P1 position. Great call from the driver. Oh, they're going to stay out. Pyro stays out, and it's going to start the safety car, and it's going to lead the safety car restart. And Fuzzle picks up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is not good for his race now. So Giannuzzi makes it up to P3. El Plan up to P4. Shakos is going to come out in P9. So that strategy call from Jensen and Liam Bewilder has paid off. None of that, please, Unitos. Thank you. So we do have Pyro going to lead the safety car restart. Oh yeah, he probably should have. I thought you were having a go at him. Yeah. But at the end of the race, will there be another safety car? He's going to have to count on that. Same for D10. Yes, probably. But I don't know whether it was worth it. But they're going to have to climb their way through the field now. So I have to see what can happen at the safety car restart. This is a strategy call from Pyro to hopefully get back at the end of the race. Don't know what's happened with Power GT. I have to have a look. Ooh. Ooh, few penalties given out now. I'm just seeing what's going on here. So I have to find what power GT pins in. So I'm just going to find out what happened between, and the safety car will be in this lap. So Pyro's going to be the one to lead the safety car queue. When's he going to bolt? He's not going to bolt as early as other drivers did. He's going to go now. Off he goes. Pyro goes. He bolts now. D10 follows closely behind. See what can happen. Yeah, oh, who's round? Tech support is round already. Oh dear, that's not good. Look, the blade, Jack Imac is out. What's happened? I can't tell. What has happened between Tech support, Jack Imac and Luke the Blade? So Pyro is going to lead. Still, so I'm going to find out what happens with Jack Imac, Tech Support and Luke the Blade, because I'm really confused. That's a shame for Power GT. It seems as though he got... Yeah, that is a shame. Poor guy. Well, I wish you best of luck next week, mate. Let's hope it goes better. We do have Pyro and Giannuzzi fighting for the lead. They're just going to find out what happened. Jack Imac and Giannuzzi's going to go for the lead, and he gets it. What a great move on Giannuzzi, and Giannuzzi's going to have to try and pull away now. This is looking great for the Haas driver. Can Giannuzzi attack back? Can Pyro attack back at Giannuzzi? It's going to be close. D10 follows in P3. This is a very, very strange top three, and not one we are used to. Giannuzzi is currently still in the lead of this race. Jensen catching up on L Plan. Can he get past? Oh, what's happened there? Jensen round the outside. What a move from Jensen. That's going to be a contender for Overtake of the Week. What a move that is. And he is on the back of D10 now. What is going to happen in these following laps? It's very close between the top five. Now we're going to have a look at the position changes. So do we have Jensen on the back of D10? Jensen, oh, bit of weaving there from Jensen. That's a bit poor from him. And he's going to go down. Oh, it's contact! It's contact between D10 and Jensen. It's going to be very close. Going through. Oh, it's so close. Very clean through that corner. Bit more contact between the two. Jensen forcing his way round. D10 is not going to be happy about that one. D10 does lose the position. Jensen's going to be closing down on Pyro now. Rocky picks up 3-second time penalty. Jensen. So Pyro is back on. It's on the back of Giannuzzi still. They're just pulling away from the other drivers. Jensen is in a fight with Zach is Beast now. Is there going to be any contact? No, oh, that's very close. Very, very. Oh no! And it's Zach is Beast is hit round. Oh, that is such a shame. Oh, Stefan's out. And it's another safety car. Wow. What an incredible race this is turning out to be. Christ almighty, only 14 drivers left. Will Zach is Beast retire in the pits as well? I don't think he will, because he will have a chance to catch back up to the pack. That's very interesting then. Giannuzzi does lead from Pyro and D10. Jensen following behind. I don't know what happened between D10 and Jensen, but must have been something. But Pyro and D10 is probably going to have to pit here. About flame pulled down to P8. Pyro is having a very good race, so is Giannuzzi. I think it will be time to pit. Yeah, and into the pits goes pretty much every driver. Jensen, is he going to stay on track? Yes, he does. Jensen stays out. 5-second time penalty for Giannuzzi for speeding in the pit lane. That is not good. Oh, that is such a shame. So Pyro pits. 5 seconds for Giannuzzi. Rocky with 3-second time penalty as well. Jensen 3 seconds. Martinez 3 seconds. Sweatback gets himself back up into 3rd place. What a eventful race this is turning out to be. Bloody dog. Wait, ye, stop. There's going to be Jensen leading the restart now. See what happens at this safety car restart. And Jensen has bolted now. And he's going to pull away from Martinez. See what can happen in the rest of this race. Liam Bewilder making himself up into P11. And here we go. See what can happen in this race. Sweatback on the back of Martinez. We go back to penalties and leader. Oh, it's a massive collision between Sweatback and Martinez. That is poor. poor driving there. And Martinez is not going to be in for a chance. That's another safety car. What is going on? Another safety car. This is not good. The last safety car of the session is... What a race this has been. 5 safety cars. Wow. Just seeing whether it's on the wrong thing. Oh, it's on standard, that's why. So Martinez turned. Sweatback says, you turned in on me when I was half a car length on the inside. You gave me 0 room. Okay, that is not good at all. This is going to be causing a few rows in... Shit. Christ, what a race this has been. Nothing that I would have expected. VC Ryan, what a race he has had so far. VP Ace as well, getting himself up into the points. There will be no more safety cars in this race, as we have hit the max amount. Safety car after safety car this race. Still never had a red flag in this league. Very eventful, so the safety car will probably be in this lap so we can get going for the final time. Safety car will be in this lap and it will be led by Jensen at the restart. Alpine 1-2 currently. Jensen's going to have to control the start yet again. I think this is his 3rd time controlling it. Both Alpines having a very, very good race so far. Same with the 2 Haas's. Can Shakos be in for a shout though in this race? and Jensen is away. Off Jensen goes, and it's going to be swept back on the back of Jensen, just about still hang in there. Can he get a move done into turn one? Here he goes. No, he's not going to get the move done. It's very close between the two drivers, pulling away from Shakos. Shakos has got to get back into this again. Swept back, going to go on the outside of Jensen. Is it going to be very close between the two? No, it's not. It's not enough room for the move. Very close next to each other. 2 tenths is the gap between the two. What happens here? Rocky moves himself up into P11. Pyro pass. Pyro up into P6. Giannuzzi up into P4. Great stuff from the two passes. Giannuzzi on Shakos. Giannuzzi takes up P3 away from Shakos. Can Sweatback get past here? Sweatback. He's going to send it down the inside. No, he's not. He's not enough room so far. Top 4 pulling away currently. VC Ryan and Pyro having a battle currently. We'll go back to interval, but what happens here? Shaq and Giannuzzi round the outside. Oh, there's a bit of contact there. Giannuzzi gets the move done though. They're going to keep on the inside. Giannuzzi round the outside. A brilliant move there from the Haas driver, and this is going to help his teammate get past the other Alpine. What a race start this has been. Giannuzzi up into P2. Great stuff from the Welshman. Giannuzzi on the back of Jensen now. Can he get himself past? He's gaining. Around the outside, not enough room, just far. A great defending from Jensen. Jensen just defending it really nicely through those couple of corners. Giannuzzi going to have to use his deploy. Jensen trying to pull away by using his. And Giannuzzi still on the back of Jensen. Can Giannuzzi get past here? VC Ryan is round. I don't know what's happened here, but Pyro is catching up. Giannuzzi, no, Shakos round the outside of the Alpine of Sweatback Flame. Very close between the two. And Shakos is going to be past. Oh, it's very close. A bit of contact between the two. Giannuzzi chasing down Jensen. Jensen just defending it quite nicely. And who is round? I can't tell who's round, but we're going to keep following this fight. Pyro catching up. He is on the back of Sweatback now. Can he get past Sweatback and up into P4? So close so far this race. So here goes Pyro. Pyro gaining on Sweatback. Will he make a move here? No, he's not. He's got not enough room here. Giannuzzi. Oh, is that a bit of contact? No, there wasn't. Let's see what happens with Pyro and Sweatback's. Pyro round the outside. Oh, it's going to be really close here. Oh, it's really close. What a great defensive move from Sweatback. This is turning out into a brilliant race so far. Giannuzzi still chasing down Jensen. Can he get past on this straight with the DRS helping him? He will be able to get past. Giannuzzi down the inside of Jensen. And he is through. Is he going to be through? Oh, it's very close. And Shakos down the middle of the two. Oh, there's a collision between Jensen and Shakos. Right there, and it is Giannuzzi who gets himself through. Pyro down the inside of Shakos. A great move from Pyro. Pyro up into P3. He is in for a good shout of a win here. Sweatback trying to go round the outside. No, it's not going to get the move done. So now it's a matter of the fact, can Jensen pull away from Pyro? And Giannuzzi still not being able to pull away. 1.2 seconds is the gap between third and first. Shakos is going to have to keep fighting his way up. Liam Bewilder past Shakos now. Liam Bewilder is looking very good and solid for a good few points here. It's looking very promising for the two McLaren drivers. Pyro still chasing Jensen down. He's going to get DRS now, and And ERS is going to be deployed. He has none left, but he's going to use his DRS. Can he get past now? Extra 10 kilometers per hour on the straight. Will he have enough time to get past? No, he's not going to have enough time just yet to get through. Let's have a look at the interval. So it's just 2 tenths covering the two drivers. Pyro's going to buy his time here. There's no point rushing it. Then Bewilder catching up to Pyro now. Who will win this race? It's going to be very tight. Oh, Pyro very close on Jensen here. Yeah, he's going to get the DRS now. Pyro going to go round. Pyro down the inside of Jensen. Pyro is round him. Great move from Pyro up into P2. Now, as a matter of fact, of chasing down Giannuzzi. This is a brilliant race from Pyro. Come on, Pyro. He is really close to getting his first ever XLR race win 3 laps away. Can he do it? Swept back down in P5 now. He is really struggling on this restart. Liam Bewilder on the back of Jensen now. Can he get past? Jensen really struggling. Should have pitted. Pyro should win this race if he keeps his cool. Jensen's going to have another go. No, he's not going to get past. Giannuzzi's going to have to pull away now to be able to win the race by 5 seconds. Can Jensen get past? He's going to have another go at him. No, he's not. It's not enough space just yet. Jensen needs to keep with Pyro here. Oh, it's going to be so close at the end of this race. Who is going to keep it? And it's going to be Jensen going to get that DRS. 3 laps remain of this Grand Prix. What a race this has been so far. Jensen's going to try and get past Pyro now. Who will win this race? Very close between the top 4. This might just do it. Martinez picking up a 3-second time penalty. Jensen still chasing down Pyro. Can Pyro finish this job off and get his first ever? Martinez is out of the session. Jesus, this race is massively. This race has been so good. Pyro's still going to be chasing down Giannuzzi now. Come on. It's going to be so close between all the drivers here. Can Liam get past? It's BC Ryan is now out as well. What a race. Oh, Jensen is past Pyro. Oh. Pyro's going to go back on the inside. And he's passed again. Oh, Jensen with a moment. And Liam Bewilder gets himself up into P2. And it's going to be Liam Bewilder on the outside. And he is up into P2. Oh, it's so close. Pyro giving it his all. Switch back from Liam Bewilder, and Liam Bewilder is up into P2. This is so close between the two drivers. And Pyro's going to get DRS back on Liam. Can Liam defend this enough? It's going to be so close. We're going forward with Pyro now. Giannuzzi pulling away. 3 seconds is the gap now. Can he pull away enough? Pyro's not got enough speed to get round Liam Bewilder just yet. Pyro going to get DRS again. Can he get past now? No, he cannot. It's going to be so close. It's going to be a matter of these final few straights. Oh, it's a bit of a moment there from Pyro, and that might have just cost him. Going to have to gain now. He's going to have to use all his ERS and all his might to stay ahead. Liam Bewilder is. Liam Bewilder is in for a great shout of a win here. And Pyro's going to lose a bit more time to Liam Bewilder. Liam Bewilder's going to start to pull away from Pyro. Giannuzzi, 3.4 seconds is the gap now. Liam Bewilder's going to keep ahead right now. Pyro's softs are definitely not going as well as they was a few laps ago. Liam Bewilder pulling away, and it might be all over for Pyro. We don't know yet, but he is going to have two more shots at getting this P1 race win. Well, it's going to be close here. He's going to have to use all his ERS, all his might to get past. I don't think he's going to have enough time. Can he do it? Can he do it? He's going to go down on the inside. Around the outside goes Pyro. And he gets it. Pyro is up into P2. That might have been a few. I think that was some team orders there. And Pyro's going to come to the line now. Jensen past Liam Bewilder. Pyro, it's in within 5 seconds. Pyro's going to come, and Giannuzzi's going to come home and take away provisional, but Pyro to the line. Here we go, Pyro to the line. Giannuzzi does win provisionally. Pyro to the line, and Pyro wins the Australian Grand Prix. Rotter rates on Pyro, his first ever XLR race win. Congratulations, Pyro. What a great drive at the end. Brilliant stuff from Pyro. So well done to Pyro, a race win for the first time ever. What an exhilarating race. Wow, amazing stuff. That was incredible. But that's going to do it for the XLR Australian Grand Prix. This has been an incredible race, and Pyro emerges out victorious. Thank you very much for joining me on comms, and good night.